Okay, let's find out what these other events he wants us to see are. The twilight of summer and the beach. Romantic, huh? Ha!
男二人でロマンチックもクソもあるか。
Shuji seemed exceptionally pissy when I met him
昨
here.
日の今日で一体何の用だよ。
There's just one thing I forgot to ask.
メールですればいいだろ。
I mean, I could have, but I need to talk to you face to face about something like this. It's humiliating, and I need to be there, and I need there to be no one else
お
around.
い、逆だろ。
Ignoring his stubbornness, I came right out and asked him, if you had just one chance to turn back time and relive your life from any point in the past, how far would you turn the hands of time?
それは真面目な質問か。
Didn't I? I didn't ask. No, I didn't ask him this question. I've been asking everyone this question. Yes.
やり直す。ね。
He probably thought it was a stupid question, but Shuji still pondered over it seriously. After a little while, Shuji stared out at the glimmer of sunlight reflecting on the ocean, and as his expression clouded over.
お前の妹さんの目を見えるようにしてやりたい。かな。
Oh, okay. Well, that's
こ
a...
の景色を見せてやりたいよ。
I quietly nodded. But wasn't it an illness? Like, I'm pretty sure with our wealth and, resources, we would have tried everything we could have to prevent her from going blind. You know what I mean? So, I feel like every other, I don't know. Deep within my heart, I felt an incredible chill. I stood up straight and mentally braced myself for what I was about to do. So that's how it is. Shuji, you're saying you want to relive your life for another person's sake, with nary a moment's thought of doing it for yourself? I guess that means we're in the same boat. So we may as well go down with the ship together. Shuji, just confess to Michiru already.
はおい
Just fucking do it. Just as I had expected, Shuji was shocked to hear that.
何したって無理だって言ったのはお前だぞ。
Well, yeah, but you might as well do it. I did.
俺に振られろってのか
Exactly. That's what I wanted to tell you. So, of course, I couldn't just text you about it.
クソ野郎。
Wow. I am just... That was definitely Shuji's 100% honest, unfiltered opinion of me. In that very instant. For the first time in my life, I knew what it was like to be hated by someone. And by my own best friend, no doubt. Honestly, I was terrified. And yet... I'm begging you.
ふざけるな。
I thought he was about to punch me, but instead he just sighed, trying to calm down. What he wanted to do was change the subject and put this conversation on hold. I could tell. Put it off. Wait and see. Like that way of thinking ever did me any good. Shuji?
おい。こんないきなりで分かりましたなんて言える話だと思うかこれが。
I'm not letting you off the hook until you do.
さんずい。
Oh my god, I'm backing him into a corner. Shuji spat out my name with extreme
あ
loathsomeness.
の、ミユってこのためかよ。
Yeah, I am. My voice was shaking. I was embarrassed. It was embarrassing and nerve-wracking to admit that out loud. What the hell's wrong with me? I shook off the embarrassment and tried to get it together. I don't want you to be wishy-washy about Michiru when Miyu confesses to you
お
again.
前があの子のためにそこまでする義理はねえだろうが。
You loaned her your umbrella, didn't you?
あ
When you loaned her your umbrella, you thought it might be a good chance to meet a cute girl, right?
ここでその話を持ち出すのかよ。
I'm the same as you. I've been helping her because I thought she was cute. That means we're both idiots. So we ought to just honor among thieves and stick together until this is over.
俺にどうしろってんだよ。
Shuji groaned. My frustration was at the point of a needle. I felt like I was talking to a brick wall. Just listen to me, damn it! Oh God. Shuji was taken aback by my suddenly starting to yell at him. That girl was the first to work up the courage to confess, while you and I were just sitting on our asses. She's had her nose to the grindstone all this time, all for your sake. I'm not demanding that you accept her or anything like that, but for God's sake, man, can't you at least give her a chance? If anything, you should know more than anyone how much it hurts to know that your crush will always be unrequited, don't you? God damn! I was in a desperate frenzy trying to convince him. And I knew all too well I was the last person on earth who should be saying that to his face. But...
でも
Shut the fuck up! Oh my God! I grabbed Shuji by the collar as my blood boiled viciously. I hate people who yell at others to prove a point, so I'd never normally do this kind of thing. I'm hopeless, aren't I? I'd never felt my head spin this much. But I don't care how hopeless I may be right now. This can't be left unsaid. You're the one she likes, not me! Oh God. Shuji's eyes were bewildered as we continued to stare each other
さん
down.
ずいめちゃくちゃなことを言ってるのが分かってるのか
Like hell, I'd tell you shit I don't
お
know.
前がミュウを好きならあの子が俺に振られた方が都合がいいんだぞ
You say that like I hadn't thought about that possibility a long time ago.
お前
Shuji's eyes wandered as if he was looking for something to say.
って話せ
I refused to let him go. Not until I had a real answer from him. Shuji scowled at me.
しつこいと本気で殴るぞ
And I'll deck you back. I'm fully prepared to come to blows over
マ
this.
ゾかよ話せ
Is that far enough? I saw the viciousness fade from Shuji's eyes, so I released my grip on him. Pushing my hands away, Shuji fixed his ruffled
要
clothing.
はそれだけだな
Weren't you going to punch me?
バカらしいお前と青春なんてするか
Shuji spat out those words, then turned and walked away. I glared daggers into his back as he gradually left my field of vision. But he never looked back. Once he was gone, all that remained was the sound of the waves, the fading twilight, and me, alone. I'm sure Crow's there with you somewhere. Ah! I fell on my knees and buried my head in my hands. I'm such a fucking idiot! Since I knew no one else was around, I just howled all my frustrations into the night. The sheer stress alone was making me want to throw up. Should I rewind time? No, I won't be able to go back that far. Ah, man, why didn't I just keep my stupid mouth shut? Shuji, you were right. And now I have to face him at school again? This blows. Wait, blows doesn't even cut it. Did I just lose my best friend? Will he ever speak to me again? Who am I supposed to force to do all my group assignments with now? I'll die! I swear to God, if anyone else finds out about this, I'll just fucking die!
じゃじゃーん
Fucking, I knew it. I knew she'd show up. And here I was happy for the moment that you don't give shit about humans' personal affairs. Of course, he was only a figment of my imagination anyway. At this point, it didn't matter if she knew.
せっかくの見せ場だったのに最後が閉まらぬ男よの
See, so how much of that did you see?
最初から
I knew it. She's watching you all the time, dude. Doesn't even matter where she is. Now she tells me.
いやいやご主人最後以外はなかなか気合の入ったやりとりだったな
Crow smiled warmly in contrast to her usual cynical attitude. I'm not gonna rewind and start over, so don't ask.
脅されてもやれそうにないな
Shut up!
まあ素晴らしくかっこ悪かったな
Thanks. Out of all the words I said that she decided to throw back in my face, it had to be that.
だが
Hmm?
今までご主人を見てきた時間の中で一番男前でもあった。胸を張るがよい。それを言いに来ただけだ。
Alright. Crow floated off as if that really had been the only reason she had come here. Well, that was weird. Crow actually complimented me for once. I took a seat on the sandy shore and stared up at the sky. I didn't care if my uniform got dirty. I needed to lie down. The sky was bathed in glowing red. It was a wonderful sight. I felt so much regret. Wait a minute. I'd actually done something worth regretting. That wasn't so bad. Besides, it was the neat thing to do. And for now, it was the only thing I could have done. And then I fade off into the night, my eyes closed on the sandy beach, though they probably did not. I found myself sleeping in my room now, or in my classroom, wherever I am.
おはよう、レイ君。
Oh, Jesus. Morning, Makoto. I was feeling depressed on Monday morning, but Makoto's greeting made me feel a little better. Then, looking around the classroom, I saw Shuji slouching in his chair. He noticed and looked back, but I immediately averted my gaze.
どうしたの？なんか顔色が悪いけど。
Long story. Well, let's just say it's stress.
レイ君でもストレスって感じるんだ。
Yeah, I do. Hey,
冗談じゃないよ。
you weren't?
だってレイ君、明日世界が滅ぶって言っても別に何も変わらなそうな人だし。
Yes, as if my stomach didn't hurt enough. Now my head hurts. Thanks. Honestly, I should have just skipped school. If I can, after all that shit, I don't know. I'd probably still go to school. But then again, that's just me. Despite my worries, Monday's classes went by for me without incident. Shuji ignored me all day, and I didn't see Miyu at all either. She had told me before that she wanted to do some practice before she tried confessing again, but I ended up getting out of that by telling her to practice on her own. It's been too long since I had this much free time. Maybe I'll go home and sleep. I suppose I could have joked around with Misaki a bit, but I decided to just go home quietly instead. I didn't have the energy to deal with a girl like that. Just, nope, not fucking dealing with soon over here. Just going home. I took a nap until dinner time. Later that night, as I lay in bed playing a game, I heard a voice in the hall.
兄様、みちるです。少しよろしいでしょうか。
Oh, I always have time for my little sister. Come on. Door's not locked.
障子と襖ですからね。
Listen, just hold on. I'll come out and see you. God, it would be a very bad idea to let Michiru into my room this late at night. Oh. What is it?
呼ばいされに参りました。
God. The pleasant fragrance of Michiru's shampoo is almost overwhelming. Maybe next time, then.
あら、新しい返し技ですね。
I guess it fell flat, huh?
いえ、ドキリといたしました。
I just like, I don't know. I like Michiru a lot. Like a lot. Her personality I just like. I don't know. Well, anyway, what's up?
夕涼みにその辺りを散歩しようと思ったので、少しお付き合いいただければとお願いに参りました。
Evidently, she wanted to walk in the garden. Of course, she knows her way around our home, but since there's the possibility of her tripping on one of the decorative stones or shrubs, it would be dangerous for her to go alone. Alright, sure thing. I took Michiru's hand, whereupon we walked through the porch and out into the garden. And just have a good old
兄
moment.
様、月は出ていますか？
Yeah. Look up at the sky. Looking up, I could see the moon, almost fully waxen, shining down from the night sky.
そうですか。申し訳ありませんが、私の代わりに見てもらえますか？
Oh, and the fact that she's like blind, I just have this like I need to take care of her sort of feeling. It's just oh yeah. While I answered her, I glared at the profile of her face. Is something on your mind?
はい。ありました。
Uh-oh. What happened?
石田先輩に告白されました。
Oh shit. He did do it. Michiro remained as stoic as ever. I recoiled in shock, but I made sure to control my breathing so she wouldn't notice. What did you say?
もちろん、丁寧にお断りさせていただきました。
Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. Are you sure about that? I mean, he's not a bad guy, you know?
ええ。でも、10段階評価で7や8の素晴らしい方がいたとしても、1000に万を重ねた兄様の前では意味をなし得ません。
God, that's a little savage there. His offer is ultimately meaningless to me. What happened to the scale of 10? And why am I like tens of thousands?
恋は盲目です。
Alright. I must admit that's a brilliant response.
ずっと温めてきたネタですから。
I wonder which came first, the chicken or the egg.
お話はそれだけです。
Thanks for telling me.
いえ、石田先輩にそのことを兄様に伝えてくれと言われたので。
Oh, so well, like just this, you know he doesn't hate you. So I see. He really is a good man.
え、
I looked up at the moon again. I understood that it would be a hot, sunny day tomorrow. It would come to be my date with destiny. Uh-oh. I don't like dates with destiny. What was it gonna do? I knew it! It always does it. Every time. I'm starting to know when it's gonna do it now. I stare up at the morning sky. Just like the hands of time, the world rotated once more on its axis. July, summertime. On that day, staying on the rooftop, one place in all the school reaching closest to the sky, I knew that I would soon experience my first broken heart. It was after school, and no one else was on the rooftop. It seemed like I was the first to arrive. Just to be safe, I glanced over the railing at the ground below, confirming that Miyu had not fallen to her death. Evidently, her luck was better today. Oh, is this the scene at the very beginning? As I was looking over the railing, the door opened behind me.
レイ先輩、こんにちは。
That outfit. It was the first thing about her that caught my attention.
これはせっかくレイ先輩に可愛いって言ってもらったので持ってきたんです。
You're really going all out, huh?
ドキドキしっぱなしですけど。
Miyu come and stood beside me.
2日ぶりなだけなのに、なんだかレイ先輩と久しぶりに会う感じがしますね。
Well, we did spend all of last week together.
はい、ずっと一緒でした。
Gotta have some sort of space, right, Miyu? Where's Shuji?
着替える時間が欲しかったので、少しだけ後に来てくださいってお願いしてあります。
I see. So we're just waiting for him to show up, huh?
待つのって苦手です。
Oh, neither. It hasn't been mine either, trust me. Miyu seemed extremely anxious and unable to calm down. Her hands were fidgeting. As we continued to wait, her fidgeting hands grasped the hem of my jacket. Such precious, small little hands. You don't need a reason to fall in love, right?
Huh?
That's what you said to me on the day we first met.
私、 そんな偉そうなこと言いました？
Yep, you totally did. You were completely serious about it, too.
あの日は頭がめちゃくちゃで細かいことは覚えてないんですよ。こんな大事な時にからかわないでください。
I'm not jinxing nothing. I'm just saying. Well, I definitely remember it.
忘れましょうよ。
Nope. Can't remember. Those are some deep words, though. I quietly watched Miu as she drooped her shoulders in dejection. That's one thing I can't ever forget. In a very short time, this girl was going to be retrying to confess her feelings to someone she loved. And if all were to go smoothly, I'd helped her all along the way, but somehow I still couldn't get excited at the prospect of her success. I glanced up at the sky, then I returned my gaze to the iron door leading up from the school building. At that moment, a thought crossed my mind. Perhaps I don't want that door to ever open. You don't need a reason to fall in love. I know what she meant by that now, but I actually do have a reason.
先輩も誰か人を好きになったんですか？
Miu asked me, her face one of complete seriousness. She looked too serious, in fact, so I tried to get the words out. Oh, yep. At that exact moment, the door opened.
あち
Shuji finally showed up. He immediately furrowed his brow at the heat and humidity. Looking at us, he then gently called out to Miu
こ
first.
こで会うのは1週間ぶりだな。今日は大丈夫か？
先週はすみませんでした。
気にするな。
Look at her actually talking normally. I quietly watched them talk. A whole week. Everything happened in just 1 week, huh? Never mind that now. I don't need to be here anymore. I shouldn't be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. At that moment, Miu seemed to pick up on what I was thinking, so she turned back to Shuji for a moment.
石田先輩、少しだけ待っていてもらっていいですか？
Yeah, this is exactly that first scene at the beginning.
ああ、
Shuji stepped back so that Miu could talk to me. What's wrong?
レイ先輩、今までいろいろとありがとうございました。今日、私がここにいられるのは全部先輩のおかげです。
Miu respectfully bowed to me. I didn't do anything. Really?
いいえ、レイ先輩がいなかったら、手を引いてくれなかったら、私は逃げ出したままでした。
Well, you also would have been dead. But, you know, let's
だから、私は
Her voice trailed off in the mid-sentence. It wasn't that she was stuttering or hesitating. She simply looked at me, with innocence in her eyes, waiting for my answer to an unspoken question. I suppose it's possible to confess your feelings without saying a word. It was time to decide. I was only loaning you an umbrella, since you were caught in the rain. Go on. I gave Miu a push on the back. My hands were trembling, but I had to hope that Miu wouldn't notice that.
それが先輩の答えなんですね。
You've had your nose to the grindstone up until now because of that, haven't you?
はい。
Miu reaffirmed her strong determination to succeed, yet even as she nodded in the affirmative, tears were beginning to well in her eyes. See, from what I've been told, you can't actually do Miu's route until you do literally everyone else's, including Crow's, which you can't, from what I was told, you can't do Crow's until you do 4 of the other girls' routes. So, I think at this point, you would actually get, if you had completed all the routes, you would have gotten a decision right there to be like, no, I love you, whatever. So, if you guys were like, a lot of you were like, don't do Mio's route. Don't worry, we're not. You might be, it's gonna be great, trust me. Then she turned back to me. Turned her back to me, not turned back to me. Her back was still close enough for me to reach her. This is so painful. Until that very moment, I'd never realized just how much it could hurt to fall in love with someone. But if I want to find love on my own, I suppose it's a necessary pain to endure. Oh, okay, Sarah. See, I know what that means now. Thank you, comments. I was more than happy to suffer this pain if I learned something from it. Up until last week, I'd used my pocket watch countless times to try my hand at confessing to girls, but now, all the names of interest I'd noted in my phone seemed like nothing but lies. My pocket watch. I grabbed it in a vice-like grip. I could still smash it and undo everything. There was still time. Only I had the power to make this choice.
Senpai.
Who? I looked up when I heard Miyu's voice. But she was calling out to Shuji, not me. Her voice no longer trembled with fear. Do it! If Kronos' clock had no 5-minute time limit and allowed me to rewind time as far back as I wished, would I want to do my meeting with Miyu all over again? Thinking about it honestly, yeah, see, right here. Right here's the choice. Right under here, it would tell you, you would turn back time and undo everything. And, but because we haven't done all the other routes, that's not open to us. I kind of think that's it's cool that some routes in the game you actually have to work for instead of, it makes it feel all the more special when you finally get that route that you want. You know what I mean? But we're not doing Miyu's route. Clearly, I still don't know who I want to do, the route I want to do yet. So we're not going to turn back the time. I couldn't do it. I definitely couldn't do it. No matter what the final outcome of this was, I just couldn't just let everything Miyu had worked up for until now go to waste. And so I silently accepted the choice she had made. Yes! Question mark? Huh? What? She liked him? As in past tense? Oh. Okay. I was noticing that too, but I was just like, is that just her nervousness talking, or is it some deeper meaning as in, oh, she liked me, that sort of thing. Fuck you, Crow. Evidently, Crow had been watching the entire charade. She floated down from the sky with a big fat grin on her face. It was an idiotic enough grin to get on my nerves right away. This is no laughing matter. You silly humans! Whatever. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Ultimately, nothing was to change from all this. The status quo had been preserved. And then oh, hello? As in past tense? After Miyu's bizarre confession, the rooftop went silent. Naturally, Shuji was a bit perplexed as to how he could respond to that. It was like the opposite of last week. Both men on the rooftop were completely befuddled, and only Miyu was completely stoic.
つまり保留か？
Oh, Miu.
はい。すみません。
Miu nodded her head. She had openly acknowledged the fault in their
い
character.
や、俺は別にいいんだけど。
I mean, still took a lot of guts to say that anyway. Shuji looked at me, and Miu followed his gaze to look at me too. You're not confessing to me, are you?
はい。
Okay.
レイ先輩の答えはさっき聞きました。でも先輩の傘はまだ借りておきます。
Oh my
もっ
goodness.
といい女になってみせますから。いつか迎えに来てください。ありがとうございました。
Oh, that could bring a tear to your eye, man. In fact, it did. Miu bowed her head and then ran back into the school. Thus, me and the other man on the roof were left gawping stupidly at each other.
サンズエ、なんか食べにでも行くか？
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. Knock it off. If you ask me that right now, with just the two of us here, I might just end up falling for you.
君、
Shuji,
なんだ？
women are scary.
まったくだ。
It's true.
つまるところ、この1週間で成長したのはお主だけでなく、あのミウという女子も立派な女に成長したというわけだな。
And you know what? She is definitely all the more better for it. But women can certainly be scary sometimes.